The 2026 ZEEKR 7GT might be one of the most unexpected EV wagons to shake up the US market. And honestly, it looks like something straight out of the future, with supercar-level acceleration, luxury tech, and a design that blends shooting brake style with SUV practicality. This thing could seriously challenge Tesla, Porsche, and even Lucid, but is it actually good enough to survive in America? Stay tuned, because the answer might surprise you. Welcome back to MOTORSCOPE, your source for tomorrow's cars, today. Today, we're taking a first look at the all-new 2026 ZEEKR 7GT, the latest premium electric performance wagon from Chinese EV giant ZEEKR. We'll break down the design, interior, performance, technology, expected pricing, and whether this futuristic EV has what it takes to compete in the US market. And make sure you stay until the end, because this car has one feature that could completely change how Americans look at electric wagons. Right away, the 2026 ZEEKR 7GT makes a bold statement. This is not your typical crossover, and it's definitely not another generic EV blob. The low-slung body, aggressive front fascia, and sleek shooting brake silhouette give it a sporty yet premium presence. Up front, you get ultra-thin LED daytime running lights paired with sculpted air intakes and a futuristic closed grille design that screams next-generation EV. From the side, the proportions are what really stand out. It sits low and wide, almost like a Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo, but with more dramatic lines and a sharper attitude. Flush door handles, frameless windows, aerodynamic wheels, and a sloping roofline all help give the 7GT a super clean look. Around back, there's a full-width LED light bar, an active rear spoiler, and a muscular rear diffuser that adds to the sporty vibe. And honestly, this might be one of the best-looking EV wagons we've seen in years. Inside, the cabin looks seriously upscale. ZEEKR is clearly targeting luxury buyers here, because the interior is loaded with premium materials, minimalist styling, and advanced technology. The dashboard is dominated by a massive floating infotainment display, while a digital driver cluster and augmented reality head-up display bring that futuristic cockpit feel. You'll also find soft-touch leather surfaces, ambient lighting, aluminum accents, and what looks like incredibly comfortable seating. Early reports suggest heated, ventilated, and massage-equipped seats could be available, along with reclining rear seats for added comfort. Space is another major advantage. Because of the wagon-style design, the 7GT offers more cargo practicality than a traditional sedan, while still maintaining sporty proportions, so you get the performance look without sacrificing real-world usability. Now let's talk performance, because this is where things get really interesting. The 2026 ZEEKR 7GT is expected to ride on Geely's advanced C platform, which already underpins some seriously fast EVs. Dual-motor all-wheel drive models could produce over 600 horsepower, with 0 to 60 times estimated somewhere around 3 seconds. That puts it right in competition with high-performance EVs from Tesla and Porsche. Range is also expected to be impressive. Reports suggest battery options capable of delivering around 400 miles of range on certain international test cycles, though US EPA numbers would likely land a bit lower. Still, anything above 320 to 350 miles would make this a strong contender. In the premium EV segment, charging speed could be another huge selling point. ZEEKR has been developing ultra-fast charging systems capable of adding massive amounts of range in just minutes. If that technology makes it to the US version, this could become one of the quickest charging EVs on the market. Tech-wise, the 7GT appears packed with features. Expect advanced voice controls, AI-assisted driving systems, over-the-air software updates, smartphone integration, and Level 2 or possibly Level 3 semi-autonomous driving capabilities in select markets. Safety should also be a major focus. Multiple cameras, radar sensors, adaptive cruise control, lane centering assist, automatic emergency braking, and advanced parking features are all likely to be included. Given how competitive the EV market has become, ZEEKR knows it needs to impress buyers with both luxury and confidence. Now, when could we actually see this thing in America? That's still the big question. ZEEKR has been aggressively expanding globally, and while there's no official US launch confirmation yet, industry insiders believe the brand is seriously evaluating the American market. If everything goes according to plan, we could potentially See the 2026 ZEEKR 7GT arrive sometime in late 2025 or early 2026. Pricing would likely start somewhere around the mid-$50,000 range, with fully loaded performance trims climbing much higher. That would place it directly against vehicles like the Tesla Model S, Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo, and Lucid Air Touring. So, is the 2026 ZEEKR 7GT actually worth the hype? Honestly, this EV has a lot going for it. The design looks stunning. The performance numbers are seriously impressive. The interior appears ultra-premium, and the practicality of the wagon layout gives a unique advantage in a market full of crossovers. But there are still some concerns. Brand recognition in the US is basically non-existent right now. Long-term reliability remains unknown. And charging infrastructure compatibility could become a challenge depending on how the rollout happens. Still, if ZEEKR can deliver on its promises and price the 7GT competitively, this could end up being one of the most exciting EV launches of 2026, especially for drivers who want something different from the usual Tesla or SUV crowd. And honestly, it's refreshing to see a company bring back the wagon shape in a way that actually feels cool again. So what do you think? Would you take the 2026 ZEEKR 7GT over a Tesla Model S or Porsche Taycan? And do you think performance wagons are finally making a comeback in the EV era? Let us know down in the comments. This has been MOTORSCOPE, your source for tomorrow's cars today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.